I don't remember what the number was, but when Toyota producer Mac, you may know this one, when they redeveloped the Corolla chassis in the late 90s or early 2000s, wasn't it something crazy like they put in $100 million to redevelop the new platform of what we know as the Corolla? But in Japan, you got to remember, in a lot of Asia, the Corolla was 4 different chassis. Here, we just got the same looking car. $100 million.
That's nuts.
To develop the chassis they would use for the next 15, 16 years of a Corolla.
I know when I had to learn a lot about all sorts of cars when I was in car sales, I found out some ridiculous stat that like Toyota invest 7 times more than every other manufacturer into research and development. Like they are the heaviest influence in terms of, like creating the best quality product. And I know that was really demonstrated when they partnered on the Supra and the Z4. And that deal almost fell through a couple times to my understanding, because Toyota would go get BMW to stress test the parts that BMW manufactured, and they would fail every
Toyota. Yes.
Yeah, they would fail every Toyota.
Just because you said that, and this is something I'd learned from producer Matt, because I used to race beater Corollas. And all you AG engine lovers, whether it's the 3AG, 4AG, doesn't matter. TRD and the Toyota division for engine building used to stress test their 112 horse in the 4AG, the original twin cam fuel injected. The North American one had 112 horse. Do you want to know what they did to get that engine ready for? We approve it for regular road use. What they'd do is they would set it up on the dyno. They would run it for half an hour at like 3,000 revs. Turn it off, let it cool down, change the oil, check for any type of flaking, metal flakes, bad oil, whatever. Fill it back up with oil. Sit it at 4,500 revs for another half an hour with no cooling. Drain the oil, check again. They did this 4 or 5 more times and then upped the red line to a level that was higher than what they sold the car for, and ran it for another half an hour.
That's insane.
If it survived without cooling,
that's crazy.
They decided that engine was good enough for you to use in your road car.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
But this goes exactly what he's saying. Toyota has the highest level of R&D. So when people we used to come to me like, oh, no, Honda's the best for racing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, Honda makes great cars, but I'd rather have something so overbuilt